in the distant future, out in space we roam. We're lifting much the border, but we still call it home. Planets full of nothing, and stars that fade away in the economy of nothing. We're here to save the day.
I feel like I've had a chance to watch like the guards' rotation patterns and stuff. So I'm starting to think that I'm probably gonna have an opening to get in. I haven't been on one of these flagships in a while, so I don't know exactly where they're keeping the ship. But what are you gonna do while I go in here? Because I need you kind of close so that I can get if I need an evac. But you know, I got some time. You'll have some time. You lost the pursuers, right?
Yeah, and I'll take the chicken Philly. Yeah, can I get no peppers, onions on that, and extra chipotle mayo? Yeah, and if we get our little lettuce, the butt COVID's gone, right? Oh, okay, and then maybe some chips. Ooh, and a cookie too. Should I have Diet Dr. Pepper? Dr. Pepper. I want to feel good about this. Diet Dr. Pepper, large, please. Oh, hey, Captain. Hey, what are you doing, bud? Hey, you made it in there yet? Back to the base yet? Are you good?
Green, we must have had some sort of cosmic interference here on the communicator. I was just saying that I've noticed the troop patrols are about to move. So if you didn't want to hang out, I know you're probably hanging out just right around the corner. If you want to go down to the store or something, you probably have time. If you wanted to do something like that now.
Yeah, I was. Thanks for.
Well, I know you were kind of hungry, but you know I didn't want to like leave you waiting here the whole time for me.
Dude, what a great friend you are. That you would, you know, let that be okay while your life's in peril. You know.
Greeny, it's fine. I know you're already there.
How'd you know?
Well, because you used my credit card.
Oh, I forgot. You're so fucking cheap. You know, I thought we could expense this on the company.
I get notifications on this thing when, you know, it's like bling, you know. It's fine, Greeny.
Yeah, well, I'm hungry. I've been intermittent fasting. I told you.
You haven't left yet, have you?
I've already ordered the sandwich, waiting on to
So
come.
you're still waiting for the sandwich?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the sandwich.
I was just going to say, if you're going to get some gas, don't forget the gas.
Yeah, I'm totally not.
Because I was going to say you could leave and go get some gas. Okay.
Yeah. But sandwich first, obviously.
Okay, Greeny, you're going to have a sandwich, okay? I'm sure you'll get to eat it.
First off, you know, you don't get to allow me to have a sandwich. It's lunchtime, let me be clear. And I'm on the clock, and I get to eat. It's my right as a Nothing Corp employee to eat, and I've been intermittent fasting all day, and I don't give a shit if you're in the ducks of the freaking pirate base. You can hold out a little longer while I eat this goddamn sandwich.
Green, you do need. You're a little. You're a little hangry there, buddy. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm hangry. Maybe I'll just eat this cookie on the way back. Maybe I'll calm down, come by and and pick you up.
Maybe you could take some of that hangriness out on the skulls, because it's gonna have to be a hot extraction, Greeny. You know what I mean? So
I expect nothing less. That's exactly why I need higher protein. You know, they flipped the food guide pyramid recently. You need more protein now. Because all the GLP-1s, Captain. All the GLP-1s.
They're still doing that, Green? I thought that would be a passing phase. I guess it worked so well that 50,000 years from now, people are still like, oh my God. Like
they're still finding new ways to use GLP-1s. You know?
Greeny, could I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
I guess it's not a personal question. It's just a regular question. What is a GLP-1? Beep-a-da-deep, 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 beep-a-da-deep.
Oh, Skulk.
Beep-a-da-deep.
Not you, Skulk. Skulk here. Hello. Go ahead.
Hey boss. So I'm down here. I hope the Mr. P getting away didn't make you too upset. Yeah. So I'm here getting the Marshal, and I was wondering if you wanted me to bring the Mustache also. that just, you know,
Okay,
fell
all
off,
right,
and I
you're
was
gonna
like, I
have
got
to
2
slow
points.
all of that down for me, Skulk. I just woke up from a nap. I haven't had my Alka-Seltzer yet.
Oh, I thought
All
that
right,
you
so
were
hold on.
checking on the situation with the
Yes,
Colorado.
that's exactly what I was
'Cause I was,
doing, and I don't think I need to be reminded by some inferior peon.
I'm very
But
sorry, boss. I never meant to be a burden on you. I just had a quick question for you.
Okay, yeah. Start with just go slow. Okay, go slow, Skulk.
All right, boss. Well, you know, we're trying to get into the Marshal ship to get the mystery box, so I came to go get the Marshal that we deactivated. See, maybe he's the key to open it. But you know, his mustache fell off, and I thought, well, is that part of the key? But you know, I only got 2 hands. I'm already like, how I'm going to carry this big old big sphere? I'm like, it's pretty big. But you know, obviously, I'm a big guy, boss. But you know, it's a big sphere too. So you know, it's pretty heavy. And so I thought, Dave, you know, if I didn't have to bring the mustache, I'd just leave it down here for you. But you know,
Okay,
I
okay.
can obviously bring the mustache if you needed me to. I just, you know, I thought that if we didn't have to, I didn't want to take 2 trips, and you know, I just thought you'd have some good
What are you
insight
watching
on
your
the
weight,
way.
Skulk? Oh god. Okay, so first off, I caught all the first bit, long bit there on the mustache. Seems a bit irrelevant to the plot of whatever
So we'll
we're
leave
doing.
the mustache.
Okay. Well, you haven't asked me what I've been doing, so I'm a little offended. You know, you call someone, you just talk about yourself the whole time. Why don't you give me a
Sorry,
chance
boss.
to talk?
I'm sorry, boss. I just thought your time was so valuable that I didn't
Oh,
want to wait
you think my
for you.
time's so valuable? I care about your day? Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, boss, I was just trying to give you a full detailed
Okay,
report
okay,
of what
okay. Yeah, I don't. Stop kissing my ass. First off, yes, I'm furious that Mr. Green escaped. I, I went on a bender last night, just trying to escape. Ultimately, your failure, Skulk, that I have to report to the Dark Orbit about every time. And let me
boss,
tell
I don't
you,
know
Skulk.
that I was responsible. You know, you told me that I was on my way to get in a fight, and then you said no, Skulk, go get the Marshal. So I, you know, I think I could have, you know, maybe he just looked like he was just flying around a little bit. I could have, you know, gotten on the guns there, boss, and maybe a pew, you know.
Yeah, whatever. So, anyways, last night, that new guy that we have on our ship, what's his name? Bonehead? Is that right?
Well, yeah, boss, you know better than me. You hired him.
Oh, yeah, dude, let me tell you, Bonehead can party, all right? We didn't invite you because we only invited the cool guys, but, dude, he had some
boss, how did
Mexican
you have
helium from the Andreas system, and let me tell you, there's a reason he's so stupid sounding. It's that helium, it's very good, but you pair that off with the right level of tequila and a little bit of hashish, it leads to a good time. I like Bonehead. I might replace your position with Bonehead, Skulk. I need a little bit more out of you, because frankly, I've been blackout for an entire day, and you're telling me you've done nothing? What do I pay you for, Skulk?
boss, it's only been like 10 minutes.
Skulk, I don't want to hear you. I am so tired of the labor pains. Okay?
Okay, boss.
Give
so
me
I'll
the
leave-
baby, Skulk. I need the
Absolutely,
baby.
boss. I will bring just the essentials from now on. I'm leaving the mustache, and I'm gonna go ahead on down. Well, you're gonna
I'm
meet me
glad
down there,
that we
boss?
could have this conversation, Skulk.
Are you
Also-
gonna meet me down?
Wasn't I trying to open a door and failed to do so last time? That's how Mr. Green got away. God's coming back to me now. Oh my. Did we ever figure out that solution, the J.J. Abrams mystery box?
Boss, you were you were on your way up to the to the bridge to lead the capturing of the Chevy Colorado yourself personally.
That's right, the Moonshine, that stupid truck with the peak mail symbol on the back. Who do they think they are?
Well, you know, boss, they got they got pretty good food there, and the prices, they're not.
I
too bad
did
for
hear it was a
squadron.
good time. We should go, Skulk. I
You
would
know-
love to go play some Big Buck Hunter and get
You
a
know-
couple brewskis in.
Well, you know, boss, why don't I just we can get that.
You know
mystery
what,
box
Skulk?
next week,
No, you know, Skulk. Well, it'd be great. Just a crazy idea here. is if you could get the mystery box, and maybe it, I don't know, has credits or something we could trade for credits so that we could go to Peak Mayo. I've always wanted to go. All right?
All right, boss. Well, I'm just gonna bring the old Marshal down there, and I'll leave the mustache here, and we'll get it open hopefully.
Thank you, Skulk. Now, don't call me back until it's done. Understand?
Radio, boss man.
Yeah, that's great. All right, later. Yeah, I wanted to talk about some topics actually this week, so we'll go ahead and get into that, I guess, right? Hey, welcome back to another episode. Economy of Nothing. Captain usually likes to chime in here. Yeah.
Oh no, I like, subscribe, share, review. Do whatever you gotta do on the platform that's right for you.
No, Captain, why are you the one talking this week like you're talking on a podcast? I thought you were up in the gutter vents.
Well, you know, Green, I'm stuck here watching the ships roll in and out, and I just, I'm feeling I'm feeling the kind of poeticism that you feel when you are just waxing like you're on a podcast. I was like, it might be interesting to wonder what it was like to be on a podcast or something like that,
Oh, I believe back in those days, they just had the greatest time on those podcasts because it was really the first time that they knew how to do a podcast correctly, but it hadn't been the first time,
Yeah.
It's almost like there was a podcast that came before the podcast that had somewhat of a not as good of name, but was similar in nature, but not the exact same.
Yeah.
Almost.
I mean, it is interesting that like the first like animation tests I did were way back for like on an unrelated note. I was like, could I do this? And it was like, no, it'd be too hard. But then I guess the technology has gotten. I'm using all this AI now.
Yeah, wasn't that like 10 years ago? I don't know how long ago.
Yeah, I mean, but here's
that
was
more
like
than 10 years. That was like 15 years ago, dude.
The last episode we did was a review of Infinity War, so everyone can time code that.
And it's only gotten worse. What really happened?
Well, no, like the crazy thing is that like the technology that existed then exists now, and it's what I'm using. Really, like it's just kind of like the parts and the speed and stuff that have like, oh, commercially you can buy stuff that's better. Like my computer couldn't run the stuff that it can run now, right? But it's the same stuff that I was trying to run then.
Yeah, I know what they did. It's the same thing they did with anything tangible now. It's just this is what everything is becoming, just like plug and play. It's like Legos, right? But each Lego does something. So, like, if you want to have better computer programs that could do higher functioning things, you need more RAM, you need more memory, you need more CPU. Like, and then they're gonna just keep putting new skins on it. It's the same way they keep putting new skins on your Fortnite. Same way they keep changing the game in Fortnite. The same way they put more graphics on a server to make the graphics better on Fortnite. Or the same way PUBG adds more people in a match to make it different but the same.
It is like it's so
just
funny.
Us getting stuff to upgrade. We go to jobs to upgrade our technology so that we can feel like we're using better technology, but then we get to use it and it's not that much better. And it's just like a bump. I mean, the new Xbox and PlayStation are coming out. What? That's crazy. Like an Xbox, like a PlayStation 6, dude. PlayStation 5 came out and nobody got to play it because they all got scalped. It's hilarious to me that we're going through a whole new iteration of consoles in a time when there is a supposed supply crunch. So that means you're still not going to get them. So this whole economic cycle is just based on edging. If you really think about it, you're just like, we're all edging ourselves up to the cliff, waiting to bust that nut. And it's just not going to come, dude. It's going to get right there. It might go on for 2 years, and it's just going to feel like we're going to pop forward, and it's just going to blue. Because all right now, what's happening is like a new Enron is definitely being created. And there's going to be nowhere to hide from it. It's going to affect bonds and it's going to affect stocks this time. And you know what? In the distant past, there was no way to escape it. You just had to play the game. You were in it to win it, but there was no winning because turns out no one knows math. And if you do know math, you pretend that you don't know math so that you can justify the fact that everybody's pretending that they don't know math.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right there, right? Like the thing, it is all this like the part of the inflation that people aren't talking about, right? Is like how incremental all the steps have become, right? And like when the whatever the governing body of inflation, whatever committee or whatever it is, like they get submitted by the manufacturers, like, oh, we're charging this for the new iPhone, but we put 2,000 more megapixels and Siri has 29 more this and that. And so it's like, so actually you're getting like a better value for your money because of how much more processing power, right? And so they would argue that like the PS5 to PS5 to PS3 is weird because they're not the same architecture or whatever, but like the Xbox equivalent, whatever time, right? They'd be like, yeah, but there's like 10,000 more teraflops. It's like, yeah, but like it's exponentially less that you're getting for each one of them, right? I saw some photo. It was like LeBron James the first time he was in a video game, and it's like a pixelated 3D PlayStation guy, and LeBron James now, and it looks like a photo of LeBron James. I was like, but the games don't play any better, or like this is all like it is what's going on with our economy, and that's why it's so funny that it's still graphics cards, right? And that's why this is all connected, is because like this is what's going on with AI. They're like, look how much better it is. And I'm like, no, it's just not that much better. And as like a kid playing video games, I couldn't say it or explain it or so because like, look, better, right? But like, no, like
Better.
I can explain now when I'm like, you know, Chat GPT image generation being like 0.62% more pixel accurate or whatever the hell they'd say, maybe 60% more pixel accurate, doesn't negate the fact that like it's doing less generations per day and stuff, right? Like if all you're doing is generating stuff, then the more you can generate, the better. And they're just letting you generate less, right? And like
you said right like I was following at that point. I lost you.
I know. Well, that's why I know you lost.
First
me.
off,
So, like,
first off, two things that I have to jump in here for because there's a lot of either robots commenting for AI in the comments or there's people actually commenting about AI. Listen, I know that AI, large language models, I do know that there is a good use case for them as far as like searching stuff. However, they don't care about you and will lead you astray just as much. But
okay,
also they do create image generation, and I mean they only do what like 5 different types, and they're all pretty generic. And I would say moving forward in the future, and the reason this show, and we're also in the iHow now doing canonical fourth wall breaking, eating a smothered thing of flapjacks while I talk about the fact. Yeah, well, no, we're just hanging out right here, dude. I ain't gonna do all that transition.
I'm waiting for the shift to change.
Yeah.
No, so here's when you talk about these bots commenting on this stuff.
So all I was saying, no. The reason that this show is going to be valuable in the future, I just feel, is because if everybody's using AI to create content, then it's just going to make AI's value feel cheap, and when things get cheap, it's abundant, and things that are like going to be authentic by humans made, more effort put in, you're going to care more about. It's going to hold more value. It's in the same way Pokemon cards hold value.
And so this
would be art. You
Greeny,
know,
this is the economy of nothing problem, right? Is like what you're talking about is how economics should work. Since everyone can generate that same AI image, it's valueless, right?
Yeah.
And someone being able to draw a unique image should be more valued. But somehow they've convinced you, everyone, the market, of the opposite. They're like, no. Since AI's only become more expensive as they've like devalued actual real labor that the AI is based on. It's doing the opposite of what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Can
Like
I can
they
I
got it.
can I actually add some context here in the way that I don't think listen, crypto's dead right now, and I for good reason it's dead. But like if whenever I started before the investing journey happened, I did the crypto thing and I didn't get like too much into it, but I like heavily researched it because I was like, maybe it is something. And dude, the narratives and rabbit holes and everything that's playing out, maybe that's always what's happening in the stock market as far as like narrative pushes go. But it feels like they just took AI. They took like the whole crypto narratives, like the layer ones, and which one's the fastest, which one's the settlement later, and the same dilemmas, and then tokenomics. And then you go over to the stock market, talk about companies. And I was like, not all companies, but definitely the ones that are always in the spot, like the Mag 10 or Mag 7 or whatever. They're always just like token maxing for AI. And now we're paying AI by usage. And it's like, you guys are trying to do what they did with AT&T and like Singular when you paid for minutes back in the day.
Dude,
And you
they were
paid for
just
the minute. They're trying to get you to pay for the data again, but they want you to pay through the data that you're already getting for free now. And they're
so
not going to be able to figure it out because nobody would just like they would rather go into recession than have to pay for something we're already using for free. That's why Google's going to win it because everything Google uses is for free. That's why the only way AI can be profitable is through advertisements. And if that's the
it's
only
not
way. And like Anthropic, yeah, that's B2B, but they're just like gonna like Microsoft's toast, dude. Let's be honest. If Anthropic really does take down anything, they're gonna take down Microsoft, or Microsoft buys them. That's gonna be the only two options because they're the only ones that work. And then Google is gonna win everything else. Google's
it's,
gonna get it
I know
all.
the funniest thing is 10 years from now, right? Like I'm going to talk about how Microsoft bought Anthropic and didn't do anything with it and then just like rolled it off as a company and no one's going to know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I know. And we're not even gonna be
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
be what's
scrap a lot of
Anthropic?
this.
I'm like, well, no, don't you remember all that AI stuff? And people are like, what? And I'm like, well, it's why we live in this tent. Like, you know,
It's why I'm writing to you with an old ink pen. It was a fortnight ago when the stock market crashed in
no, but not Fortnite like that.
2059.
I've written it down. You know that I've spelled it the other way. Um, the
Not the game where you shoot and build at the same time. At a cartoon with a name that makes no sense for the playing types that you've
right.
ever
Well, I mean, that's
played.
like that's like I mean, the grand conspiracy or whatever, right? Is that they're trying to make a world where you want to escape to the metaverse, right? They
Yeah,
want
which means like your
they
normal life has
want
to
to
become
turn
so
the
fucking
world
terrible.
into the post apocalypse of of the Matrix so that you want to be in the Matrix, right? Is
Listen,
like
listen,
their actual
dude. Yeah,
plan.
it is literally like Neo in the architect room being like, "Oh, instead of choosing the door that I haven't chosen every time, I'm just gonna keep choosing that same door." But I don't know, man. I think in general, yes, they want the metaverse to happen for sure. I still think that will always be a push because they want you online. But I saw there's this movie with Steve Carell with a bunch of billionaires, and it's not very good. It's on Amazon Prime. But like one of the reasons why they were pushing so hard is that one of these billionaires was like afraid of dying or had cancer. I think it was Steve Carell, and they were trying to upload consciousness to a server, and he wanted to be the first one because he didn't want to die, and so he was gonna be the first, and then I stopped watching because that just wasn't interesting. And
All right.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, we're like, but that's definitely probably why AI is happening too. It's disguised under AI, but
Well,
like, I
like
mean,
so this
why
is
else would you
so
need all these data centers?
let's go back and let's go back. Let's do this new segment, feed the trolls. And so I I did the one I uploaded the one where I'm like, oh, AI is not real. It's running on the wrong part of the computer. They're on GPUs. It's this grift they've been doing since from video games to NFTs to crypto to AI, right? Of like, what can
Right.
we do with the hardware that we have? And well, obviously, a bunch of people are coming out and being like, well, actually, it's better for doing a bunch of random tasks all at once. I'm like, yes, but like this is people like telling on themselves, right? It's like, yeah, no, that's why AI is fake. It's a right now they're programs doing a bunch of random ass shit and spitting out like an ink blot test for your stupidity, right? It's like if it was
I
actual
think
intelligence,
so.
it
I
would
don't.
be a
I, d- I
program that runs
I
on the
just.
hype.
I think the only. I think AI agents is just code. Like, because right now everybody's talking about AI agents, but the reality is that I think all what we're gonna find is that AI agents is gonna be what the dead internet it was to AI, is in my
So
opinion. And hear me
here's
out why. Hear me out why.
I know, but
So the dead internet theory, there's all those data farms with the phone doing all the LLM models, right? Well, now the next stage of that, if this is AI, they're going to be like, oh, AI agents, people have coded these agents to go out and do all the shopping for them. It's like, it's going to probably be like a bunch of dudes having to do the exact same thing in a warehouse with a bunch of phones, just coding all these agents, and there's gonna be
yes,
like a
it's
hundred
not
phones all having to do these different tasks and then unlock. Like
like
they're making it seem like it's gonna be so automated, but I bet you anything, it's
the
just more cell phones and more rooms.
but like it's one of those things, right? Like the image generation AI is the AI. Like
That's it. You're
like
saying that is the LLM in general.
yeah, right. Like what it's doing, just guessing at the pixel densities places based on other pixel densities it's seen, right? Of like which colors the different pixels should be, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like that's all it's doing with math
Okay, but
is
what
like
about like if you
trying to
ask?
match the math result it's seen before. It can't do the math. It's it's generating a bunch of answers and then going, I generated this answer the most. Here it is.
So is that why RAM is such a big deal? Because it needs more memory so that it can pull from more
It,
things?
the more times it can roll the dice, the more likely it is to roll the dice correctly the most
So
number of
so
times.
it's mathematical, and I mean this is very layman's term. I don't claim to know a lot about AI. Um, I just know the narratives pushed and like
Yeah.
what it does. There could be a supercomputer AI ran by fucking IBM Quantum Division or
Yeah.
Google's Quantum
Well,
that I don't know
there
about.
isn't. Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
worry
I
about
mean
it.
that to me, it's all a
This is the
fugazi,
show.
fugazi, fugazi, fugazi,
Prove me
fugazi,
wrong, the
fugazi.
show, right?
I
Like
would love, dude.
prove me
Dude, there's
fucking wrong.
so many
Someone
fucking
prove me wrong.
tryhards. No, I want to let me
You know
rant
what I
about
mean?
this. There's
Like
so many bots or tryhards or fake people that are willing to just go to their grave on stuff they have no evidence about. I'm the first, like, bring me evidence and I will fold. I'll be like, that is absolutely true. Like based off this evidence, if it's like solid material and stuff, I'm like, you could change my mind, right? But it amazes me the amount of people that just won't. It's just
I know.
amazing. Like on anything, they will talk shit. They will be like, that person never did a bad thing ever, and I don't know them, and I've never met them, but I love them so fucking much for some reason. And why? Like, have you ever stopped and just been like, why do I think this way? Just ask yourself that. That's all I want to know. Like, really ask yourself why. That's all you have to do. I don't know.
I know. It's one of those things like it's very funny. You know, we've talked about it before when like a kid's like, why, right? And at
Yeah.
some point it became coach would be like, shut up, I told you so, or whatever, right? And it's like,
That's
well,
where it always ends, right?
well,
When you really get
I
down
mean,
into it.
we have a nation of people who were told, "Shut up, I told you so." So, like, whoever is above them in their organization or in their government or in whatever wherever they are, they're just like, "Well, I should listen." The person above me told me to shut up, and I don't need to know why, right? Like, and so that's
Yeah.
the
I mean,
society we
if you
have. You
ask
don't need
every
to
one of
know
those
why.
people, they always say, I love the Three Stooges, which is like the perfect example of what we're talking about. Just where they just like that, like, will they go through that like loop of hitting each other differently?
Yeah,
And they're like, hey, yeah, and pokes him in the eye, blocks the eye, get his head in the head, Ding dang
You
dong.
know, I know the Stooges. I'm
Are you a
Stooge guy.
stooge? You a stooge
Yeah.
head?
Well, you know, it's
Yeah.
funny. We got another mailbag, and I had sent you one, but we kind of touched on it a bit with it was just like some Peter Thiel AI stuff. But there's a
Oh
second
yeah.
part of it that we
You want me
haven't
to read
touched
it?
on.
You want to read it?
You can if you want to. I
Uh,
mostly there's a part I took out that's the question for you that I was going to ask you. But
okay. This part's funny though. He sent me this from a mail guy. We're gonna read it off real quick. Hello again. Thank you for including the Christopher Nolan bashing segment. However, unfortunately, I think it should no longer be a reoccurring portion of the show. The wedge it drove between two great friends was immense. The ensuing argument was truly difficult to listen to. A divisive topic in the cosmos, nonetheless. To avoid this, I would like to ask you each individual questions that are more suitable for you. Captain, earlier this month, 50,000 years ago, OpenAI's agent performed a cyber attack on another company. On its own, Peter Thiel came out and pretty much said, "Fuck you. Get used to it, bitch." How is this supposed to be an acceptable response? And how will accountability come about in this industry? Is this a ploy to fearmonger foreign AI cyber attacks? And or fight AI regulation or moratoriums on development? How is one supposed to trust these for-profit companies run by the ghouls? Godspeed from K. So
and
pretty cool.
Kate,
You answered that
great
one,
email.
Captain. I don't know at all. So
That's
go
right.
ahead.
Well, he wrote you a question too, but I pulled it out, so I have it to ask you, so you wouldn't know it coming up. But so I don't know. I haven't followed all of that stuff that's going on. Though the fear mongering part is one of the parts that I've droned on it before, and I'll drone on it again and again. Is like part of the fear mongering about this stuff is to convince you that it's real, right? Like it's like, oh hey guys, China's about to have a better one than us. We need to invest more of America's taxpayers' dollars into it, right? Like is a thing that is not unique to AI, right? But like when people are like, "Oh man, they're about to release Skynet," it's the fear that Skynet would be real leads to the actual thing of you believing that AI is an investment opportunity, right? Is like the actual line of logic that they're trying to get you to do, right? And it's no different from any time the news is trying to fearmonger about something else. They want an action from you, right? And what they want here is your money. And
They
because
definitely want
if
my money no
Skynet's
matter
almost
what.
real, if Skynet's real, they're right where everyone else is, where they're like we've talked about it before, like what are you going to do? They're putting it all. You might as well make the best bets on AI you can. It's so real that Skynet's about to happen. And if Skynet doesn't happen, you want to be diversified. Of course, if Skynet doesn't happen, then that means they're not close to Skynet. So that means that they're lying about the capabilities of AI, which means at some point they're going to take your shirt for it.
Let me
But
be clear, okay? I'm starting to think everybody knows, and they're coming to the same conclusion that Mr. Green has came to,
yeah, of
which
course,
is
yeah.
shut
Just
up
tell them.
and just keep putting it in the S&P 500. That's probably your best bet. That's all you can do. Do your minimum. All right,
something
everyone.
else
Let me help
happens,
you out.
right?
Let me help you out. All right. Let me just tell you, bonds, like
This isn't your
40%
question,
of the
man.
bonds wrapped up in AI now. There's no hiding from it, and they're gonna run it up. They're gonna the rules and regs are gone. They're gonna run out the shot
No
clock.
accountability is the answer to
No
that.
accountability. They're going. Nobody knows the crypto schemes, but I could already tell you the fact that you can put equity on blockchains now. They've been doing that this whole time. They're gonna make DeFi protocols a thing. Things are gonna get so people are complaining about private equity leverage right now and all this stuff. It's gonna get nutty and zany. I'm telling you, it's gonna get to the DeFi protocol level. There's gonna be a Terra Luna type event where that thing went from a market capitalization of 100 billion and dropped to nothing.
Yeah.
But that I'm telling you,
How's everyone's SpaceX doing? Your SpaceX
Yeah.
doing good, everybody.
and don't
Don't
no,
worry,
dude.
once
Hear
they
me
go
out.
to Mars, you'll get all that
SpaceX
money
is
back.
going to go up. It's gonna get squeezed up. but it's
Of
gonna dump
course.
so hard, man, because it's gonna undo on the unlocks. This is what I'm talking about. He basically did the tokenomics that they do in crypto. He made that for SpaceX. It's
Well, I
the
mean,
only company,
they
if you
do
look at it,
well,
the free
like
float is
SpaceX,
only
it
like
just yeah, it is
4%, dude.
dude, I think
So
about
it's
it like
yeah,
they
it's all
like
manufactured.
like they go and they put the initial thing in, everyone puts it in, it squeezes it all up, they scrape the shaft off the top, it drops down, and they're like, yeah, but I already have too many people invested in it now. So my shares will eventually just go back up too, right? Because they made so much off no one else was thinking about selling it on day two, except for like Elon Musk and his cronies, right? Everyone else is like, I'm buying this for the long run. And they're like, good buddies, we're gonna make a
And
lot of money off that,
and they
right?
did
Like,
the they did lockups where they couldn't sell. Only like
yeah,
certain people could sell. Yeah.
yes. I mean, the game
Yeah.
is rigged.
Dude, it's always it's always been rigged.
Well, Greeny, I'm glad that but I'd like to go back here to Kay's question specifically to Mr. Green,
Yeah,
if that's okay.
yeah. Sure.
Mr. Green,
Uh-huh.
who is your favorite Teletubby? Tinky, Winky, Dipsy, Lala, or Poe?
Oh man. Just feels like a personal attack.
Just two questions for two guys. I know my answer. Can I give you? Because I've had time to think about it. You want me to? It's
No,
Poe.
I don't want to know your answer. Let's see.
I don't know which one's which. I know the song, and I just know that it goes Poe, so that's why I picked him.
Probably La La, just because there's that transition, La La, and then the Poe.
Yeah,
Poe would
I like
suck
that Poe
without the
brings it
La
all
La.
down. Poe has, I mean, again, not knowing too much, Poe has a real Eeyore vibe to me that I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know Eeyore, Greeny?
won't be answering any more letters from Kay. Moving on.
Oh, shots fired, man. Shots fired. But yeah, no, I thought that kind of went into there pretty good. Greeny, did you have another thing to bring up? Did we bring up the mailbag too soon? Should we not have brought the back up yet?
Do we
I
know?
did see
Do you know that person? It seems like you know that person.
No, I don't
If
know that
not,
person.
then they seriously think I'm dumb.
I have to be. That is. I mean, I obviously set this whole thing up for this to happen, right?
I know, dude. It's so.
There's no other
great feeling.
There's kind of there's kind of no there's kind of no other way to do it, because I was like, well, I can't have, if I send you the whole thing, you'll skim it and you'll see the trick, right?
I'll be like, fuck this guy. God damn. Or is it? Who is it? Do you know who it is? Seriously,
I don't know who it is.
God, dude, I don't know. This person's a genius. Okay, I am fuming over this. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Fuck this guy or girl, whoever the fuck it is.
Okay, please, for the love of God, send another mailbag.
No, dude, I hate that. That was dude, that just
nothing at gmail.com.
I was like, that is the perfect insult. After that dumb long question you asked him, and I know you looked up big words to write it. There's no way someone's just throwing around words like that regularly. Oh my gosh! And then Teletubbies.
Right.
You know. Go fuck yourself, Kay. Okay.
Greeny. You got to tell the fans, no, we love you. Thank you for sending us an email.
We love you. Thank you for sending us mail.
Go to patreon.com/economy of nothing.
Yes. Also, if you best value for your money, Mr. Green's Monetary Mover on Patreon. It's where, you can ask us better questions and possibly get your name put down or something. I don't know.
Beer's gotten stupid expensive.
They're like the Mexican beers, yeah. Like all the
arts, dude. It's also everywhere, man. I just I don't know, man. I just remember when things were cheaper, which I know is just an old man stuff, but also it's not like I remember when I was a kid when things were cheaper. I remember when I was still an adult man and
yeah, well, and you're gonna face it even more. Like if you're not keeping up with the inflation raises, and even then, that's like not even enough sometimes.
It's impossible. Who's gotten a 30% raise over the last 10 years, right? Like,
no, yeah, I haven't.
right? Like,
I don't
but
think
like,
so. Anyways,
but again,
I don't
to my
feel
whole,
like I have.
but to my point of like, they know how much money you have or whatever, right? Like, some of it is like weird, like they're gonna algorithm you and share your personal data and stuff. But some of it is like they just like know that they made a 20% profit, so they're gonna give you a less percent of the less amount of money you already have, which means you're going to fall further and further behind, right? It's just how the game now goes, right? Like they're just like,
I also think too, because there's just over time, the more things became consolidated into like bigger and bigger conglomerates. It's like the things that you don't really want, like technology, become cheaper, but the things that you really do want become more luxurious. Like that's why vehicles now are like 80K for like a truck. Like
yeah, man.
that's a down payment on a house, like a pretty decent one, if not like one of those tiny homes from Amazon. Like you could literally buy a tiny home or an $80,000 truck. And that's like the starting range now for some of these trucks. It's just gotten ridiculous. But I also know that it's just that's what every currency does.
But that's what
that's ever, what it is. But you're just not getting enough.
Is there? It's like they're like, and they're also like artificially deflating the prices of stuff that like no one like TVs don't cost anything now, and but like the deflation quote unquote in TV prices is what's letting them say the inflation rate's so low while the prices on essentials go up, because they're like, well, the average inflation, because they're just lowering the price of TVs that no one needs another screen. We have 1,000 fucking screens, right? But they're like, but TVs used to cost more.
This is why I don't listen to the episodes. I just feel like I'm so rambling about things that, like, I know, but I'm totally in my own head now.
Greenie,
what the hell are we even talking about?
Greenie, we're extending the runtime of the episode because last week's episode was a little short, and I feel like we spent some of the time earlier watching clips and stuff. So I thought like we want to have it, but I also thought like we could also brainstorm like a plan for like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to get in there and like get the box. I guess I got to get the box before the skulls do. But I think I know. But the captain.
Are we doing the plan right now? Are we?
No, Greenie. I know something. Greenie, I know something the skulls don't. I know what the key is.
What's the key
to the ship? The mustache.
Oh, of course, the mustache.
But they're just going to think it's some useless trinket, right? They're not going to be able to figure it out.
I definitely didn't think it was a useless trinket. I know that much. I knew.
I know. Well, Green. I remember you telling me last time we were getting sandwiches together. I assume you're bringing me one. I assume you ordered 2 sandwiches.
One would assume that. I could see why you would.
Well, we had said we were going to get lunch together, but since I did the monetary maneuver, I thought you would get the sandwiches.
Well, yeah, but
do you want to jump it? Do you want to jump out next time?
Listen. You put that block on the card when it goes over a certain amount, and I got the extra foot long, and
yeah, well, the price made me think that you got
listen. I used your per diem for today. I didn't think you were gonna need it. You know, I kind of thought we might be running late for dinner. Really, I mean, you're still in the ducks. You haven't done anything yet.
Green, one of your great characteristics is that you never want to be late for dinner. It's a guiding principle of you as a guy. So I know that we'll obviously be done with this before dinner.
Obviously,
but yeah, Greenie, I see my opening. I'm gonna get in there, finish your sandwich, and get back here.
Absolutely. Welcome to Economy of Nothing. We didn't talk about any topics this week. I don't know if we ever will again. Just kidding. We're in fourth wall breaking Waffle House or something.
I know. Listen, if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound, as they say. Speaking of which, go to theeconomyofnothing.com and then click support, and that'll take you to economy of nothing, where you can give us American dollars. I don't want any pounds. Now,
I
frankly,
don't want any pounds.
some guy's paying us in Australian dollars. How frankly dare
you could go and stick your knickers in your scally wickers or something.
I think someone commented on your I think it might be the same guy. I don't know, maybe we have multiple Australian fans talking about your dingo ate the baby thing. Being like how offensive. But I want you to know that I too think that Mr. Green is a dog of a float. You know, I just want you to know.
Oh my God.
Or as one might say, right crike dog of a float or whatever.
Do you know how much like infuriated it is to just?
You're just so mad about that email still.
I am, dude. I wish I'd never read that email. I need to know who it was.
Thank you, Kay. Godspeed.
Kay, you will haunt my dreams tonight.
Bye, everyone.